Hey guys, CrystalFissure here. Today we're back with another part of not Ape Escape, Bugs Life, and today
You wish it was Escape.
Ape Escape. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, and this is part 4 or something like that, and we're still in the tunnel run, as apparently the game likes to call it. And we'll continue what we're talking about. What are we talking about again?
We were talking about Pixar movies and
Yeah, the Pixar movie. That's right.
how nobody really cares about Bugs Life these days.
Yeah, exactly. It is definitely one of the most what's the word, like unknown Pixar movies, definitely. Now what you can do here is if you press triangle, you can switch colours. So what we're going to do now,
Okay.
there we go, we've just got a blueberry now.
Oh, right, cool, right.
Which is much more useful to collect. Anyway, now I'm actually lost.
Now, if you plant the goldberry, what does that do?
If I plant the goldberry, I think you rarely ever find the goldberry in a plant. But I got no idea. It's really confusing. I'm lost. The thing is, the reason why this was so annoying because everything just looks like a repeating over and over again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, did I already get this? Wait.
Yeah, that's a bad, obviously a sign of bad level design when everything just looks exactly the same, and I can see exactly what you're talking.
It's frustrating too because I don't actually know where to go at all. I got no idea. And the thing is, usually say, oh, it gets worse. It gets better, and you rarely say that in a game in terms of difficulty. It gets easier than this.
Oh, right, okay. Well, are you actually sure about that, or do you know?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm definitely
okay.
sure. I know it does get easier. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get. I think yes, this is a purple berry. I'm pretty sure that like a purple plant. I'm pretty sure that now we can get the green berry, which is like more powerful again. I'm pretty sure. There we go.
All right. So if you throw the red berry, what does that do? Is it just crap or what?
Yeah, it basically does nothing really. It's like for example, it won't even harm the grasshoppers at all. Yeah, nothing will happen if you.
And the green berry is the homing one, right?
The green berry is the one that homes. Yeah. We'll hopefully.
And then the blue one, which what does that do?
I think it's just a more powerful version of the blue one. I'm pretty sure.
Of the green one, you mean? Or the red one?
The blue one. No, the blue one's weaker than the green one.
Oh, okay, right, okay. And then the purple one, how is that? What does that do?
The purple one, that I think just has again more power, and then after that you've got the purple. I think the purple one homes and kills like easily. I'm pretty sure.
Right. Okay. And then the gold one homes and kills very easily.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, there we go. I had another theory that. Okay, there we go. That's the bronze. Okay, I had another theory about what this game could have possibly been, because you know how the AFH013 and Rabid Wombat JR on YouTube. Remember, you know how they constantly diss this game and they say it's like it's a shit house and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my theory on why they hate it so much is because this game could almost be considered a testing ground for Disney platformers, because it was like the first one. They were kind of just testing how it worked. Obviously, this isn't the best Disney game, and maybe
or just the fact that this was 1998 and 3D platformers were still kind of growing.
Yeah,
so
they were growing genre. Definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a good assessment. I would definitely say that's a good assessment.
Well, Lilo and Stitch and Monsters Inc. would have no excuse about them being bad games, and they aren't necessarily bad games, but I mean they're very short and they're very easy and stuff, but they're not games that you would get particularly frustrated at or particularly annoyed at like this game is.
This game is actually pretty frustrating. Oh no, I want to talk about that. No, I can't. That's just one of my greatest stories. Sorry, I know it sounds like a retard, but I've got a really great story about this game as a kid, because I actually owned this game. For anyone that doesn't know. Oh no, sorry, I will say that to another part, so hopefully people will watch. It's a very, very funny story. I actually talked about it in one of my other LPs, but yeah, no, this is a hard game. That's all I'm going to say.
This is actually the first PlayStation 1 game I ever played, because I had a friend from preschool who brought this over with his PlayStation 1 to play when I was like 4 years old or something like that, or 3 years old actually. Cool. So yeah, this is the I don't even know if I think he gave me the controller, but I was terrible at it because obviously I hadn't played a video game console before. But yeah, so this is like the first PS game I ever played.
Okay, I guess that's maybe that's why you don't despise it as much as other people do. Maybe I guess you could say.
Well, as I said, I'm not too much of a fan of this game, like compared to the other Disney games, because this one wasn't a childhood game for me. But it is kind of nostalgic for me because of the fact that it was the first PS1 game I ever play or really saw, actually.
Yeah.
But my mum remembers this game because she says that the music is absolutely horrible. And do you agree with that?
Well, I like the theme song.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because she said that the most memorable characteristic about this game was that she didn't like the music. Because
Jenny the
like
gamer.
she actually brings this game up like kind of bit. Whenever I mention it, she goes, "Oh yeah, that game with the bad music." Yeah, so. And yeah, so she's got a good memory about that because I've only really played this like once while she's been around.
Oh, right,
so
yeah.
Anyway, so I don't have a too good history with this game as I do with some other Disney games on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah. Well, if I have to ask, I know we bring up a lot of subjects, but what would you say would be your most nostalgic and memorable Disney game? What would you have to say?
Well, they all have their own characteristics. Like Tarzan, I used to play only at my auntie Glenda's in Queensland, where we used to.
Good old.
And Monsters Inc., Lilo and Stitch were like the games I actually played like a lot when I was a kid. So they all have their own characteristics of being memorable and nostalgic for just different reasons.
Yeah. Well, for example, a bit of a childhood memory. I remember I've got an next door neighbour. I was really good friends with her. She's like a year older than me. Every time she used to come over to my house, she always wanted to play Lilo and Stitch Trouble in Paradise, like always. And she was like, "Oh, Andrew, can we play Lilo and Stitch Trouble in Paradise?" Like even when we used to see her last year and like a few years ago, like all the time, she always wanted to play that game, and she just loved it. And I see why. It's kind of one of those sort of kiddie games, almost a girly game because you get to play as Lilo. That's kind of one of the earliest games we actually play as girls in a platformer.
Yeah.
Like this.
Very sexist, yeah. But like my friend, we both like really liked the TV show of Lilo and Stitch. Especially me, I really liked it. I went through a phase of being like quite a big fanboy of the show.
Yeah.
I think it was back in 2003 or 4 or something. But anyway, the Disney show that was on Saturday Disney, if anybody watched that in Australia.
I remember Saturday Disney, yeah.
Yeah, so we bought the game, and me and my friend used to play the game quite a bit, but I didn't really play it as much as probably Monsters Inc. or I probably played it more than Tarzan, but I didn't play it probably as much as Monsters Inc. Lilo and Stitch. So, but anyway, you're still lost.
Yeah, no, I'm just killing all the enemies. I'm also trying to find the F token as well. That's once again, that's how tedious this is. It's just
All right, so you got the golden berry now.
Well, while you were talking, you were right. You do actually get the golden berry in a collectible. That's because this level there's like no platforming, like where you've got to jump up high and stuff like that, because it's really basic, I guess.
All right, yeah. Well, there's no I can't see any of those like pits, in Crash Bandicoot, the big chasms. I can't see any of those in this level.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's good.
There's none like that. I don't even know what the F is in Flik, so look, I don't even know how to bring up the inventory. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's just, I'm so lost.
WTF, where's the F? Yeah.
That's fine. There's some pretty cool paintings on the wall, I have to say. I like that. That's pretty awesome. But, okay, so that's...
Oh, I've seen them. Yeah, the white things, yeah.
And that's 33 out of 50, so we're on our way. But yeah, such a long game. Okay, where is...
Okay, so I assume the F would be right at the start of the level.
Yeah, that's why I'm going through here, just double checking. I'm pretty sure I know where it could be. And currently I'm just button mashing, just making sure I don't miss any enemies.
There's a lot of these games where you have to collect letters of something's name or letters of just random things like Tony Hawk's, Monster Adventure. So, yeah, like a lot of them.
Monster Adventure is another game with a shitload of collectibles. At least that's what I remember.
Well, no, it really doesn't. It just has the letters to unlock the bonus, the Muppet tokens, and the Muppet Monster evil energy kind of thing. But that's about it, really.
Yeah.
Compared to this game, No. But yeah, Banjo-Kazooie is the game with like a shitload of collectibles. That's one of the things that really turned me off the game. I didn't know, should I be collecting this, should I be collecting that, but
Yeah, well, it seemed like 40 Winks tried to capitalize on the whole collectathon, and it just
oh
failed.
yeah, 40 Winks, that's absolutely terrible. Yeah, that the collectibles, I just find it really funny how there's like a million different things to collect in
I know,
that game.
so much stuff to get. Oh,
So
agonizing.
much shit everywhere. There's just shit everywhere. Like,
Oh my god.
all right. Okay, well, going back to what I was saying about Lilo and Stitch and Monsters Inc., this was made 4 years before those games, and the gaming industry changes a lot in 4 years. So, but 1998, this isn't actually that bad compared to Monsters Inc. and Lilo and Stitch. They were absolutely terrible games for
Their time.
2002. But this game, I would say, isn't really that bad for its time because of the fact that, it is kind of like... But the only reason why you would probably dislike this game is because it's too big and it's got too much stuff in it.
It does.
And
But I guess they were trying once again. I think that's why I think they were kind of trying to test the ground just to see what it'd be like for their future platforming games. I think in Toy Story they really perfected it. There's not too much stuff to collect. It's still a collectathon, but nowhere near as much as this game.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a shame that the only Disney game I've really never played was Toy Story 2. So, yeah. But like as I was saying, like if they put too much shit in this game, and that's better than not putting enough shit in the game, in my opinion. Putting too much in, like it's better they tried too hard rather than if they didn't try at all, like they did with Monsters Inc. and Lilo and Stitch.
All they really did is just artificially lengthen the game. They didn't actually creatively lengthen the game.
Yeah, Monsters Inc. It's a fun game, but not a good game.
It would be so. I know we have a right to talk about other Disney games because this is a Disney game, but I think that Monsters Inc. would be a much higher ranked game if there was one more collectible, and I reckon it would be really fun. Actually, think about if they have one more thing there to collect. That'd be really cool. I guess more things to do. I guess because that game kind of does lack in certain ways.
Oh, I guess so. Well, yeah, it does have like a few collectibles, but yeah, I guess that there could have been like something else to collect as well to do things. It did still have like a lot of shit to collect, but I mean, there could have been like something extra as well. But maybe just because we play Monsters Inc. we don't think that it's too hard to get. Because like I'm looking at this game now and I'm just thinking, well, there's so much shit to collect, but I mean you've played it a lot and you've realised what everything does and everything, so it doesn't really seem that much to you.
With that, I just want to quickly say I've never ever beaten that level 100%, so...
Oh, well done. Big clap.
Clap. Alright, so with that, I guess we're in that very long part of a Bug's Life, Flik's journey, or whatever. Thank you very much for sticking by me with that co-commentary. That was excellent work, because that's not an easy game. That takes a long time to beat every level, so I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah. Congratulations to CrystalFissure for persevering.
Alright, thanks for commentating, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next part.
And it all goes downhill from here, so great.
Bye.